Hello and welcome back to the Master League on Pro Evolution Soccer. We're Man United and we're in Champions League action today against Schalke. We come off the back of a very good result against Chelsea. An unbelievable turnaround of fortunes. A 4-1 win after losing 1-0 to Burnley and drawing 1-1 with Southampton. It was very much needed. But today we go and play Schalke in the Champions League. The second game of the group stage. We beat Dortmund in the first stage, or drew 1-1 with Dortmund, or beat them. I think we beat them 2-1. Yeah, very nice indeed. We've got a pretty good fitness-wise team. A few players are lacking a little bit, so Weigl will be replaced by Fred. But we'll do this in the game day. We'll go and select the kits and everything like that. Not too much else to discuss at the moment, so we'll be diving straight into the game pretty much. Let's have a look. So yeah, Weigl can be replaced by Fred in that holding midfield role. I think he'd do a good job of it. Where is he gone? There he is, Fred. We will play and Herrera in instead of McTominay. Diop can have a rest and be replaced by... Who should we put in there? Probably Delict next to Alderweireld. Luke Shaw can be replaced by Tierney as well. Rashford will come off and be replaced by Lukaku. We'll keep Juan Mata in there. We'll keep Pogba in there. We are going to have to... Actually, we get a boost if he goes to attack midfield. Interesting. We are going to have to rest Pogba at some point. Is this the game we do it? Because we could put McTominay in there, or even Lingard. I wonder if we put Lingard in and... No, that's a really drop off in chemistry. Maybe if we push Pogba into the attacking role. No, 79, man. That's a really poor chemistry, that. Swap those two over, it goes down... Oh, it's because it's not made Pogba captain, isn't it? What's captain? That one, yeah. 92. The chemistry just jumps massively. We might play... I'm going to start Sancho up front, I think. He's up for it. He's keen. I think it'll be good for him to get some games under his belt. Let's put McTominay on the bench. We'll put Lingard on the bench as well, just in case. He's pretty versatile. Let's give... Actually, we'll take McTominay off there. Or we could start Martial instead of Sancho. Why does that get better chemistry? That literally doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We'll start with that. That's what we're going to start with. On the bench then, Romero, Sancho, Diop, Shaw, Icardi, Lingard and Rashford. A very strong bench. We're going to stick with the diamond. It worked very well last time. We'll be in our red. Schalke will be in their blue. And we'll be back to go through the team. Hello and welcome to the Veltins Arena. It's Champions League action midweek. Here we go. Man United are visiting Germany, playing Schalke in their wonderful stadium. Sponsored by Gazprom. You'll be seeing their logo a lot around this stadium, along with the Champions League sponsors. As the teams come out of the tunnel following the referees around the Champions League logo, let's go through the lineup. So in front of a packed Veltins Arena, this is how the teams line up for today. Schalke are playing in goal Farman, Naldo, Stambouli and Sane at the back. Calgary, Rudy and Konopalanka on the wings. Harrit, Bentaleb sit behind Utu and Mbello. Harrit was on the radar of Man United, but they just couldn't afford to purchase him in the summer. Man United lining up with David De Gea in goal. Dalot, Alderweireld, Delict and Tierney. Fred, Pogba and Herrera sit behind the front three of Mata, Lukaku and Anthony Martial comes into the team replacing Icardi. Delict, one yellow card away from a suspension in European football. As they're looking to get the game underway, Mbolo up front is going to be causing trouble for Delict and Alderweireld at the back. Bentaleb in the middle is all too common against English opponents for his stint at Tottenham Hotspur. As the game gets underway, Schalke kick off in blue, kicking from left to right. Man United in red from right to left. And we'll be looking for a pretty entertaining start to this game. Juan Mata wins possession back for the Red Devils, and it's flicked out to the left-hand side to Pogba. Infield to Fred. Man United will look to control possession, but that's given away with a very poor pass. I think the defender maybe got a touch on it. It goes out to the left-hand side. Great tackle from Dalot, who has very much impressed Vinko Baritin, making that right back spot all his own, as Herrera is just caught on the ball, trying to release Dalot on the right-hand side. Good tackle there from Fred, but the referee has brought it back for the first free kick of the game, and a very early yellow card for the Brazilian. That's going to affect how he plays for the rest of this game. The referee deeming that as a bit of a reckless challenge. I'm not too sure. Mbolo got the ball, just got it away quickly. It looked like Fred got the ball, but maybe clicking the leg first. Not too sure about that one. I think that's a bit of a harsh decision. But over the ball for Schalke. It's going to go straight long into the box. It's a pretty poor delivery, and it's won very well by Fred, who then tries to put in Lukaku. Probably rushed that pass. It goes up, looked after the ball. That's a pretty poor clearance. Couldn't control his feet there. It comes into here as Kagaglieri into Bentaleb. Gets a shot off. It's blocked very well. Just taking a bit too long on the ball. Pogba just manages to get a bit of control on it. Tierney. Out it goes. And here is Delo, just looking to retain a bit of possession. Man United take a bit of a sting out of that ball. Schalke have started quite fast. Well, both teams have started pretty fast. Pogba lays it into Tierney, who's invited to get forward. Tierney given a bit of space. He's looking for Martial to make some runs. Tierney into Mata. Mata just couldn't get past. And he was just held off. Just showing a bit of a lack of strength there, the Spaniard. And Fred was pulled out of position. And now Man United have to be wary here. De Ligt trying to follow the run of the striker. Fred gets back at his man. In it goes. Good tackle from De Ligt as it goes out for a throw-in. Wonderful stuff by the young Dutchman. And it's a throw-in to Schalke deep in Man United territory. Just got to make sure they stand up here and don't do anything silly. As they go to put the ball in, they've actually left a little bit of space in behind. It's cut across. There's a back heel. Trying to play very intricate. It comes to Bentaleb and it's fired past the post. Schalke pressing very high from this position. Really trying to stop Man United play out from the back, as we know Vinko Peritin likes his teams to do. This is Juan Mata is beaten in the air by Naldo. It falls to Harrit, and that's very well intercepted by Herrera. But again, Juan Mata just caught on his toes a little bit. It is a changed team from the league game against Chelsea, and Juan Mata's one of those players that has kept his starting position, and he may just be feeling the fatigue of 2 games in quick succession. But Martial sees the run of Tierney in behind. Now Tierney can try and pick out Lukaku, who's calling for it in the box. It's too close to the goalkeeper, and Lukaku's going to be disappointed with supply like that as the striker. We know he's good in the air, Lukaku. We know he's going to have the beating of the centre-backs occasionally, not all the time, against Naldo, a very big Brazilian back there for Schalke, as Martial flicks this in to Fred. Fred just uses Tierney as a bit of a dummy run, and then Mata allows that to run across his body into Delo. Delo, just giving it away. Couldn't really feed that ball through, as that's a very vital block from Alderweireld. Herrera up to Lukaku. Martial just lays that back to Tierney. Tierney just turns, takes his time, and sensible football just to keep possession for Man United. They're the away team that don't need to force the issue today. They can just afford to keep the ball and keep it moving around, as Pogba is a bit slow there to get on that. Alderweireld tries to track Mbolo, but Mbolo's got the pace. Alderweireld gets back at him very well, uses his strength. There's a danger of giving away a free kick there, but luckily he didn't give away anything. Fred straight up to Martial. Mata sees the run ahead of him of Ander Herrera. He's taking a bit of a heavy touch, but he's pulled Naldo out of the middle. Diego Delo with the ball in. He's looking for Lukaku, and Naldo gets back just to complete the clearance. It's flicked on. Tierney will have a lot of time. Into Juan Mata again. Juan Mata just caught on his toes, and Mbolo looks to launch the counter-attack. He's been taken out late off the ball. Referee plays advantage as Harrit has got in behind the defence. Is Harrit going through on goal? He's forced wide, and then the defence get back. Harrit wins it there again, and De Gea is just happy to clear his lines. Not the best of clearances. It's kept him in play, and here comes Schalke again, and it's a great challenge from De Ligt. Up it goes to Martial. Takes a heavy first touch. Looks like he might have been caught in the face, but referee says play on. Nothing doing there. And Schalke are now just going to try and keep possession for a little bit. Farman to Naldo. Up it goes through the middle of the park, straight up towards the strikers, and put under pressure from De Ligt again, who's now gone out chasing the ball, which could cause the Man United backline a bit of trouble. Out it goes to the right hand side. Diego Delo comes in again. Another fantastic tackle from the Portuguese. Him and Pogba are the only 2 players that have played every single game, and De Gea in goal, for Vinko Peritin since he's taken charge. Here is Pogba into Fred. He's just again pushed off the ball a little bit too easily. He goes diving in with a tackle, and the referee's going to bring that back for a free kick, and Harrit standing over it but decides against the quick option. And De Ligt looks to cover the post. Oh, it's gone in. I think Alderweireld thought De Gea had it. It's a wonderful free kick to put Schalke ahead. Konoplyanka scores it for his first goal of the game. Schalke take the lead, and Bolo runs to celebrate with him. It's a wonderful free kick. It was a dangerous place to go diving into a tackle. Alderweireld just let it go thinking De Gea had it, but it's a good finish from the Ukrainian winger to just get that up and down over the wall. It's a lovely free kick, and he runs off celebrating, and the Schalke Vitens Arena celebrate like crazy. Now Man United are going to have to try and get their game back like they played against Chelsea. They went 1-0 down from a Willian opener there and managed to come back and take the game by storm. As it's laid into Herrera, sees the run of Pogba coming forward. Pogba just holds on to it, tries to be a bit too intricate and lay it into Fred, and here comes Embolo again, and Fred gets back at him, defends that well. And Schalke have got a lot of pace coming forward. Fred makes a good tackle but gets beaten by it, then a little through ball. Embolo lays it back, good tackle there. Harriet picks it up, lays it in, and again Schalke now being a bit too intricate with their passing, Embolo, but they have created a good overlapping run, but it's very well defended, but it falls to Harriet and the shot's blocked. And here comes Juan Mata. Mata comes forward, but that's half time, and Man United find themselves a goal down away at Schalke. It's going to be a tough second half for the Red Devils here as they go under the stadium to the applause of the home fans. Schalke will be very happy with that first half display, not even giving Man United a shot on target. Some things are going to have to change. So as the second half kicks off, there's been one substitution. Juan Mata comes off looking a little bit leggy in that first half, replaced by Mauro Icardi. So a slight change of personnel and a slight change of strategy for Man United here as Pogba flicks that one on. I don't think Kieran Tierney was really ready for that pass from Paul Pogba. I think he was going to take his time and turn it, and now that gives Schalke the opportunity to come forward again. Lays it into the middle, into Harriet. Harriet turns. Looks to pick out a pass, finds it well, and Schalke are moving the ball very well. Embolo tried to just feed that through in between the defenders, but it was read well. And here is Martial, who seems to have dropped a little bit deeper since Icardi came on. And Pogba reads that well, lays it through, looking for Martial. Lukaku can't get there either. And the whole of the Man United team looking a little bit leggy. Maybe the fatigue of travel and after the Chelsea game as well, as De Ligt has been pulled out of position, but he's got back there to cover well. Alderweireld keeps it alive, and David De Gea just slows the tempo down and waits sensibly and picks out a good pass. De Ligt up to Pogba, in to Martial. Martial holds onto the ball. Fred plays it out right, looking for Delay. Lays it back to Alderweireld. Alderweireld infield to Pogba. Man United are trying hard to break down this shape that Schalke have got. Pogba gets it back heel into Fred's path. Fred into Martial. Martial now sees Diogo Dalot in a bit of space, but he didn't time his run, and he's caught offside a very good defensive shape and line from Schalke there, very obviously offside. The Portuguese player will have to keep an eye on that in the future, but it's still 1-0 Schalke, an hour gone in this game, and I'm sure we won't see too much longer until some more subs come on here. And Bolo picks up that downward header. Out it goes to Konoplyanka, the goal scorer. He's caught late by Diogo Dalot. And that's tough on the Portuguese, but it's another free kick to Schalke. And Man United really need to have some attacking options here. So it's going to be put into the middle. It's a deep ball, but it's an easy header away. And Icardi's there, flicks it round the corner looking for Pogba. Now Pogba has a bit of space to stretch his legs. He's surely going to outpace Naldo. He's taking a heavy touch. Oh, it's a lovely turn from Paul Pogba, but just one too many, and Bentaleb got back to tackle him, and it's released Harriet to come forward. Back to Naldo. Sorry, this is Naldo now on the ball. It goes up the line. Back to Naldo. Schalke look happy just to keep possession, but it's good pressure from Icardi, and that pressure keeps going, and the goalkeeper is forced to go long. De Ligt is beaten in the air, and it's forced out wide to the right hand side. In it goes again. Pogba just stops tracking his man for a wee second, and the low ball in. It's fallen there, and it's off the post. And Man United messing around with it at the back here. It's deflected by De Gea with a fantastic save, and Man United live to fight another day. The low ball in, deflected off De Ligt, a shot from Embolo onto the post, and then I'm not too sure what Alderweireld was thinking there, trying to play it out from the back when it just needed a big hoof. But it's a corner to Schalke thanks to some superb goalkeeping from David De Gea. 20 minutes to go in this game. It looks like Konoplyanka is going to fire in this corner. He's taking his time, just using up as much time as the referee will allow. It's a good header away at the near post. And now can Man United break? Diogo Dalot looks to feed in Fred. Fred comes forward with it, puts it in to Martial. Lukaku, there's an overlap on the other side. Icardi feeds it through. It's Kieran Tierney. Tierney lays it in. Oh, it just got a really, really good touch from the defender to break that attack up as Herrera's beaten in the air. It falls down Out here, Konoplyanka keeps the move going up to Mbolo, who's been a thorn in this Man United side's defence all day, and he's looking to spin in behind again. Konoplyanka holds it up. Harrit on the ball now. Out it goes to Konoplyanka, who stays on side. The cross is a good one to the far post, but it's defended well. Martial up to Pogba, asking him to stretch his legs, and Schalke just look a lot fresher, but Paul Pogba has won that back, looking for the run of Lukaku over the top, and Lukaku just couldn't quite get his chest control onto that one as Konoplyanka plays a good little 1-2, and Mbolo then lays it off to the Ukrainian. It's absolutely frantic end-to-end stuff at the moment. Good strength from Konoplyanka to hold off Fred, and that's a great challenge that from, I think that's Toby Alderweireld again. Up it goes, Martial, good run from Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba comes forward, trying to use Icardi as a dummy run, lays that off, looking for Lukaku, and just didn't have enough on the pass. And here comes Mbolo once more. It's end-to-end this game. As the ball goes out wide, back to Cagliari, looks over the top, and it's a good ball in. It goes short, and Mbolo knocks it back. Harrit with a shot, and De Gea with another good save. And Delo just looks to put his foot through it, and it hits the first man. And I think Fred is just about to get there to keep this in. Cuts back, gives it in to Delo, just trying to get this game to the correct tempo that is needed for it. Pogba just slowly brings the ball out. See Icardi in a bit of space. Icardi into Martial. Out it goes now. Tierney on the overlap. Lays it into Icardi. Icardi's there. Looks to dink it back. Lukaku surely pushed in the box there. The defender made absolutely no attempt to go for the ball. And he's just pushed Lukaku out of the way. As Alderweireld lays it off to De Ligt. That was a much better move from Man United. Out wide to Tierney. Herrera into Fred. Fred, up it goes. That's a really poor pass. Looking for Martial, who let it go thinking Lukaku was going to get there. As Mbolo lays it into his strike partner. Comes across, and it's another fantastic tackle at the back from the Man United defence. And now the central back brings it forward. In it goes to Pogba. Pogba lays it up looking for Icardi. I think he was offside anyway. There's the full-time whistle. It finishes 1-0 from Konoplyanka's wonderful free kick. Man United really struggling in this game. The changes since the Chelsea games didn't work in the way Vinko Peritin wanted. And that is the end of the game. And we'll have to see what happens in the group. And that, as Fred getting that early yellow card, sort of changed the dynamic of how we know the Brazilian can play. It was some lovely football from Schalke as well, and lovely opportunities created. David De Gea saving Man United a couple of times, the post saving Man United as well. But in the end of the day, Schalke win the game with that wonderful free kick from Konoplyanka. So the stats: Man United not having an attempt on goal, a really disappointing game for the front players, as Schalke dominated the attempts and just did much more with the possession they had. So results from around Europe then. Liverpool beating Club Brugge 3-0. Ajax beating Athens 3-0. Schalke beating Man United 1-0. Dortmund beating Celtic 2-0. Atletico Madrid beating Porto 3-0 away from home. CSK Moscow an impressive 2-0 win in Italy against Roma. PSG beating Spanish big boys Barcelona. Benfica drawing 0-0 with young boys Bern. Real Madrid lost at home to Tottenham Hotspur 1-0. Sporting beat Bucharest 1-0. Lokomotiv and Inter Milan draw 2-2. Monaco beat Midtjylland 2-0. Juventus drew Man City 1-1. Valencia and Basel played a 0-0 draw. Shakhtar lost 1-0 at home to Bayern Munich, and Galatasaray beat Slavia Prague 4-2 at home. So for the group, it sees Man United sitting in second place. Schalke top the group on 4 points with a win against United and a draw against Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund beat Celtic to take third spot, and Celtic sit at the bottom of the group, propping everybody up with a solitary point. Now, as we look at the end of the month report, not too good for Man United fans. A good 2-1 win against Dortmund to start the month, a 1-1 draw against Southampton, a 1-0 loss to Burnley, and a fantastic 4-1 win against Chelsea, and then Schalke beating Man United 1-0 to finish out the month. Lukaku was the top goal scorer this month with 3, followed by Pogba and Rashford both on 1. McTominay got 2 assists, Luke Shaw and Paul Pogba getting 1 apiece as well. McTominay was the highest average rating of the month on a 7 average, which was very, very nice. The team of the month looks like this: Willian and Hazard in a very weird looking strike force. Ozil plays behind them, Brady on the left, Defour on the right, and Lamina in behind. Baines, Long, Fernandes and Abdelkader to make up the back four, and Alisson is in goal in a very, very strange back four. The league table we'll go and have a look at in a minute, just before the Huddersfield game. But all in all, a pretty disappointing month, and Man United really need to turn it around under Vinko Peritin. It's not going incredibly well. So in the next game, we'll be coming up against Huddersfield, who find themselves deep in relegation trouble in 19th, as do Man City. Down now, and a goal difference of -2 without a win this season. Man United with 1 win, 2 draws and 2 losses find themselves in 14th. A long way away, 10 points already behind leaders at Wolverhampton Wanderers, who haven't lost a game. But that's what we'll be back for in the next episode. It will be Huddersfield. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then. Cheers.